Thanks, Ruchi. We'll wait and watch for that. Let's welcome in the management at Shalby Hotel now. Shanay Vikram Shah is now joining us, President at Shalby Hospitals. Shanay, thanks so much for taking out time for us. If you could just start by, the fundraising that the company has announced. What does it essentially mean? Is it only to reduce promoter holding, or you also think that it will be used for capex of the company, as company has always looked to acquire good assets which are available?
Correct. So first of all, good afternoon to you and all your viewers. This step by the company is largely to, bring the company's, shareholding level to 75%, because as promoters, we own more than 80% in the company. And according to the MPS guidelines declared by SEBI, we have to bring down the stake. So it is largely for that. Having said that, we will require these funds because there is an internal capex requirement that is planned for the next 2 to 3 years. So all these funds are going to be coming into the company, because there's not going to be any offer for sale. It's all primary fundraise.
Right. Let's talk about the available opportunities. Of course, you are a big chain hospital. A lot of others like Fortis, are big hospitals. Apollo is big. But do you think this one single operational hospitals, all of them will face some tough time, and that's where investment opportunities comes in for existing big players like you?
No, absolutely. I think, what we have seen over the last 6 months, a lot of the standalone hospitals, a lot of nursing homes are finding it very difficult to operate. And, the number of opportunities that have come by us over the last 6 months have been quite nature. And, essentially there is a lot of stress in the environment. But having said that, someone like us, we've had a stellar performance over the last 1 quarter at least. I'm not able to give the numbers because we are yet to come out with the results. But, for us, the numbers have definitely bounced back, in Q2.
Okay. Mr. Shah, how are things currently on the operational front? Because, of course, because of COVID, other treatments, other therapies had sort of met a bit of hindrance, were put on pause perhaps. So how is that bit going, Mr. Shah?
So, as I said, we've had one of the best quarters of the last decade, which is this quarter. And essentially, this is largely to do with a huge influx of medicine patients, that is COVID patients, and, some of the other seasonal effects that we have every year. So, essentially, the quarter has been good. But yes, the elective work is not yet back to normal. It's at about 50% compared to what it was at pre-COVID levels. Having said that, the jump has been 3 or 4-fold from quarter one, where, we basically saw it was very, very subdued. The numbers were very, very subdued, especially for the elective work. But as we see, we believe that COVID is going to continue, and it will be around us for at least the next 3 to 4 quarters. So there will be a lot of work that is to be done within that. So essentially, if we talk about operationalizing, our 2,000 beds, so currently we have 1,200 beds operational. So to bring that to, 2,000, we have to spend an additional 40-50 crore odd, for capex. And I think, the primary fundraise that we plan to do can be used, for basically expanding these facilities of ours, where, mostly the project is over, hospital is operational, but a few floors need to be added. So, basically that is what we are planning to do with this. And apart from that, as you said, opportunities are coming by, but we are not kind of going on, looking at opportunistic buys right now. We have a strategy in place where we have 2 upcoming projects, one in Nashik and one in Mumbai. So, we have a capex plan for that as well. In Nashik, we are going to be investing largely in the equipments, and the whole asset is otherwise, owned by our partner, and we are going to operate that asset. Mumbai, yes, there'll be an investment in terms of the building as well as the equipment. So that's the Asha Parekh Hospital that we've taken up. So, the next 3 to 4 years, we'll be busy on, operationalizing these two assets of ours.
Great. Well, Mr. Shah, all the very best for that, and thank you so much for joining us today on ET Now. Shalby Hospitals, of course, did have a round of fundraising. Well, essentially, it was the promoter that is trying to reduce their stake to bring the share to 75% odd.